in the classroom for teachers as well as for the curriculum developers. So let's see what is the differentiated instructions, what components we need, what is the need of students, okay, and how we can analyze the need of these students, okay. So in this lesson I'll be explaining to you what is differentiated instruction. So here it is. Differentiated instructions means learning in education. It's a framework for effective teaching in the same classroom. If you can see the students in this picture, these students, they have a different learning style. They have different learning approaches. They have a different needs. They have a different priorities. And the teacher is standing, okay, he or she is trying to satisfy the need of the individual. Now the question is that how a teacher going to satisfy the need of these students who have a different learning style. Now what are the learning styles, okay? In simple words, some students are low learner, some students are average, and some students are high learner. However, what are the teaching strategies that teachers set or the planners set in their planning in order to implement or in order to get there? This is the main question. So the different teaching strategies required here to satisfy the need of the all. Means at the end of the lesson, all students should be able to, whatever your learning goals, they should achieve this one. So the differentiated instruction is also known as differentiated learning or in education. It is a framework for effective teaching in the same classroom. So in the same classroom, same objectives, but the different teaching styles, different teaching strategies in order to stay on the same page. Now here, there's a question. What is the common for all students in the classroom? You can see here, common for all students is teaching and learning. In other words, we can say learning. For all students, common is the learning. Next, what is different among all students in the classroom? These are all students having a different learning style. Now what do you think? Teacher has to teach individually? Of course not, cannot. So it means a teacher has to comply and apply a teaching strategies in order to satisfy the needs of all students. And how it can be possible? I'll tell you. Now here, these are the teaching components, okay? While you are planning, you have to focus on it. That your initial stage, that you have covered all the component, okay, while before going to the classroom or not. Because as a teacher, you should know that what exactly you are going to teach. It should be in your hand. And how you are going to implement. You should have a teaching strategy. And how you are going to assess. You should have a methodology. So let's see here. I have divided these things into the components. Number A, the curriculum. Number B is teacher. And number C is the planning. So these are the three main components you can see on the screen. A, curriculum. B, teacher. C is planning. Fourth, we can add the implementation. That is also the component. But here I'll be telling you that the planning for. First, we need the curriculum. A curriculum that includes all ideas, interests, motivations, okay, that we required. All ideas, interests, abilities means that all the levels of the learning should be included there. When you set the goals, okay, the goals should be clear for all the levels. SEN levels, high learners, middle average learners, okay, what are their abilities and how they are going to be covered, okay. When a teacher gonna take or the read or overview the curriculum, the teacher must understand what exactly it's written and how he or she has to apply, how he and she has to identify the expectations of these levels here, because these are completely different, okay. When she enters in the classroom or he enters the classroom, what a student learns. So where it is, we can find this. We can find all these in the curriculum. What you are going to teach as a teacher, what students are going to learn. Second point, how he or she learns, How means another question, how you are as a teacher, you are going to teach. Strategies, How students demonstrate what he/she learned through. While you are applying the decision, this is the main component here, how he or she learns, If he is or she is a low learner, in first step, teacher must identify, okay, what she is going to learn. And it should be embedded in the teaching strategies, okay. Their learning targets, their goals, okay, what teaching strategies of this, okay, learning, that is teacher has to realize, because teacher is the main observer in the classroom in order to identify all the levels, okay. Now, how students demonstrate what he or she are learned through, okay, teacher has to, assess, check the progress, okay, check the understanding of, that he or she is getting you or not. Because you know the level of the students, then you have to go accordingly. Number one, there should be content for each, okay, level, to what extent you are going to teach, okay, to what extent, okay, you are going to teach in the level, okay. Definitely you cannot change the content will remain same, but to what extent, what you are expecting at the end of the lesson from these all, that different learners, different ability of the learners. Process, how you are going to teach or implement these content. Did you create the learning environment in the classroom? If yes, definitely there will be outcome for that. Now, the third one is planning a clear learning objectives, what to teach. You have a classroom, okay, students here. Now you should know what to teach. If this guy has, is a low learner, you should expect, okay, accordingly, and you should teach accordingly. You should be aware, okay, that what are his expectations and what teaching strategies you should apply. And it should be embedded in the document and in curriculum, okay. Clear teaching strategies means while you are going to teach, how you are going to teach. As I mentioned, okay, there should be a different strategies, okay, but goals should be same, must be same. Similarly, you cannot assess on the same way, okay. You have to assess differently, okay. For example, high order thinking, they can write, okay, they can create, okay, they can critical think, okay, but the low learner, okay, you cannot expect high order thinking skills, okay. You have to choose same assessment tools, okay, in order to check the progress of that student. So guys, the fourth one is the implementation, that a teacher, whatever you plan, okay, as a teacher, it must be implemented. Otherwise, it will be useless, okay. You will not be finding, okay, the clear student attainment and the progress, okay, there will be definitely gap between the teaching and the learning. So what teaching, either you are center for applying the center teaching learning or center students learning, okay, you should focus on it, okay. So the main or the foundation of the your course or your performance is the curriculum. If you don't have a well-designed curriculum, okay, you cannot expect, you cannot differentiate, okay, among the students, and you cannot identify the students' expectations, and you cannot set the goals, okay. So if the goals are not set properly, then you cannot reach there. I hope that you like this video, and if you do so, don't forget to subscribe this channel, teaching and learning. If you have any suggestion and any comment about this video, don't forget to write. If you have a more knowledge about that, okay, I'll be appreciated to hear from you, okay. We'll be meeting in the next lesson with the next topic, okay. Till that, bye. Thank you so much.